Thank you. And I am not surprised. I told you here a week ago that the appeal court will likely affirm the judgments of the tribunal. I was confident about that because the principles of law on the issue of res judicata is already settled. Nothing can change about this. Thank you. Who are we dealing with here?
Well, the courts have been very consistent on the issue of sponsorship and nomination of candidates for election. And this judgment today did not depart from the long-standing position of the law that sponsorship and nomination are pre-election matters. There are things that happen before the holding of the election. There are also internal affairs of the political parties. And whoever has any grievance about sponsorship and nomination ought to approach the Federal High Court and not the Election Tribunal. The courts up to the Supreme Court have been very consistent, and the decision of this court today is not different.
Your name is
Sunday Ame.
My name is Mama Mike Usman. Counsel for the Deputy Governor of Benue State. At the lower tribunal, not only was the preliminary objection that were articulated by all the respondents, that is, INEC, the Deputy Governor, the Governor, and APC, they were upheld. The tribunal, in the alternative, went into the merit of the petition, and in conclusion, totally dismissed the petition. Aggrieved by that decision, the petitioners came up to this level, that is to the Court of Appeal, and we were before the Court of Appeal last week on the basis of the briefs we had filed in response to the brief of argument that was filed by the petitioners, then appellants. Today the judgment was delivered, and the judgment today clearly and crisply published that there was no merit in the petition that was presented at the lower level, and that the governor and the deputy governor of Benue State were validly elected, and to that extent, dismissed in its totality the appeal that was brought up to this level by the petitioners, appellants. That is the position now.
Okay, now break down the aspect of 180 days as said by
I will rather give you the brief of argument so that you can appreciate the breakdown.
Okay, so now
It's a very comprehensive judgment, and indeed, the first, second, third, and fourth respondents comprehensively presented arguments and made copious legal submissions that were backed up by the Court of Appeal and Supreme Court judgments. And it was resolved by this Court of Appeal that the election was in place and that INEC did the correcting, and that at the end of the day, the election of the governor and the deputy governor were valid, and to that extent, the appeal in its totality was dismissed, but graciously, the Court of Appeal, in its usual generous disposition, appreciating how far the parties had gone before coming up to this level, decided that no cost should be paid by any of the parties.
so just one question, sir. Thank you so much. Now, this information.
They started their case, ability, the recent case. So it was in that. No worry, don't worry.